history that was been made in wrestling, we have AEW and New Japan Forbidden Door. Now, this pay-per-view has been plagued with injuries and setbacks to the point I was just like, I don't even know how they're still doing this. CM Punk was out. Bryan Danielson was out. Tomohiro Ishii was out. Did I say it right, Prime?
Yep.
I did. Thank God. Okay, and then somebody else just got injured. Also, I forgot which match it was for, and I was just like, damn, somebody just got injured, and they had to. Because
Takahashi.
Yeah, because it was an 8-man tag. And they took a 6-man tag.
Yeah, he couldn't even travel to the States. He had a fever. I
was just like, what the fuck is going on? And somehow, they found a way to still put on one of the best wrestling shows this year. Is that a stretch, Prime, or am I in the ballpark?
I think you in the ballpark. I know you said Prime, but like from what I've been seeing, from all the fans alike, this was definitely like going down as show of the year.
Now I would say though, oh my bad.
No, go ahead. I'm done.
No, I was gonna say I would say as for AEW, it's probably one of their best shows in like I would say since 2021, maybe All Out 2021. It's probably their best show since then.
Yeah, I thought Double Nothing was a good show. I thought actually WrestleMania was a decent show also, but right now. I was just like, I don't know how, because once again, I'm a huge wrestling fan, as everybody knows, but probably watches more New Japan. I don't know where to watch New Japan because usually, unless you have New Japan World, I don't know where to watch New Japan. So anytime I hear about New Japan, it's from YouTube, or like they do the G1 Climax, or they have what's that thing called, the United Kingdom in January. What's that
Wrestle
show?
Kingdom.
The Wrestle Kingdom in January, and I go and watch those highlights and watch those shows. So that's the only kind of knowledge I get of New Japan. So I know some of the stars, but I don't know enough to be like, oh, like when that person comes out, kind of like at the end of the Will Osprey match, I'm like, I don't know who that guy is.
Okay, well I'm gonna just say like a lot of New Japan, like a lot of AEW fans know about New Japan fans, but it's still like it still gives the people watching on TV, more of an insight into how they wrestle and everything like that. Mm-hmm. So you didn't know them before the show, you know them after the show.
No, you're damn skippy on that one. So what they did was they extended it, because when we did our predictions, we only had like 1, maybe 2 buy-in matches on the pre-show. Well, they had 4. Some that still shouldn't have been on there. But I think for what it did was, it made a strong pre-show, I would think. So, real quick, the pre-show start up. I'm gonna say all these names wrong. I'm letting you know this right now. I'm not Kevin Kelly. I am not, one of the best commentators, especially in the New Japan category that is out there. Because I was glad they brought Kevin Kelly, because I was just like, when your boy JR got his whole intro, I was like, oh, he is upset.
I'm just glad that he got up for only people that he knew how to say, because I can't hear JR try to struggle to pronounce Ultimo or like Shingo Takagi. I don't need all that.
Okada. So, the first buy-in match we had Bishamon and Hiroku Guda.
Goda.
Huh?
Wait, Guda? That one I don't know.
Yoshi,
they have so many Hiroku and G something TA or something, so I don't know.
Fair. And Yoshi-Hashi versus The Factory.
Yoshi-Hashi.
Yeah, versus Aaron Solo and QT Marshall. Look. I'm mad that we had to put QT Marshall on the show. I mean, he's there to lose, and then I think QT he tried to do one of his dives over the ropes, and then Excalibur was just like, he rarely does this move, and Kevin Kelly was like, I can see why. God, I don't like QT Marshall. And of course, they pick up the New Japan pick up the victory. Wait. Or did it? Wait. Yes, because they pinned Aaron Solo. Then we have the Murder Hawk Lance Archer taking on Nick Camarado. Now, it's two AEW guys, but however, Lance Archer has been in New Japan.
Yeah, Lance Archer's the New Japan guy in this match, technically.
It is, because he's been there for years. And it's just like, so I figured that they would definitely want to put him represented on this show. So Lance Archer was going to win this matchup. Then they had Swerve in Our Glory, Keith Lee and Swerve Strickland taking on Suzuki Gun, which is El Desperado and Yabu.
Technically, it's Suzuki Gun.
Oh, my bad. Okay.
But Gun, they still say JR probably gonna say Gun anyways.
I got with JR on that one. Suzuki Gun. Okay. I didn't get to, like I said, I didn't get to see any of the pre-show matches, but I heard this one was good. I did hear from somebody that there was a move where I don't know which one of the guys was hanging off the bottom rope, like his feet was just hanging on the bottom as he tried to, and Swerve kind of like dove top rope and gave a double foot stop to the floor. If that was the case,
I did not see this match because I just didn't see it.
Well,
I had to get my nap on before I had to watch this show, and it's just one of the matches I just happened to.
He said I had to get my nap on.
Yeah, I watched the first match and then I slept on this match and the last match.
You stayed awake for QT Marshall and slept on Swerve?
No, like I was turning into the pay-per-view, so I was kind of up when I had just turned to it, and then I nodded off for the next two matches. Then I seen the last match, and then I seen the shows.
Well, yeah, Swerve and Lee pick up the win here, so they're still going to be a team for now. I know there's going to be some dissension in that. Then we have the Gun Club.
First of all, these guys are very much over. Very over. Gun Club and the
Acclaim?
Not as the Acclaim, yes. Very much over.
Yes. And Max
But, this match was just... I know you didn't see the match, but I'm going to just tell you what happened. It was a 4-on-2 match, and the 2 won. So serious.
So, I guess... Yeah. Oh, wait, no. Is it Max Caster won this match?
It's 4-on-2.
Oh, that's right. Because
it was...
They said Austin and Colton got the Danhausen curse on. They ran to the back and left with them with just Billy and Max Caster. I was like, what the fuck happened there?
And then Max Caster gave the hot tag to Billy, and Billy came in and cleaned house and did the famous thing doing drop kicks, doing the dive over, the jump over. I was like, okay.
So what was it, 1999?
This man moving good to be in his 60s, but hey, he did a famous thing, and then Max Caster did the mic drop, and they won. But yeah, and also Billy Gunn again is big. He's huge.
He is.
Like he made all these guys look very, very small.
Yeah, like Billy Gunn had like that Shelton Benjamin transformation. Remember Shelton Benjamin was there first, and then he never came back. It was like, whoa, Shelton.
Yeah, he got swole. But Billy Shelton didn't get taller though. Billy is tall.
Well,
so
Billy is already like 6'3", you know what I'm saying? But without the muscle, he just looks like just a tall guy. But that muscle make him intimidating tall. So shout out to Billy Gunn, because that damn sure wasn't Road Dogg's lane. So now we go to the main show. We got a trios tag team matchup. We have Eddie Kingston with Shota Umo and Willie.
Sure, close enough.
Okay, close enough. And Willie Yuta taking on the Wizard, Chris Jericho, Sammy Guevara, and Minoru Suzuki, Murder Grandpa himself. He comes out to the music and everything.
Yep.
So it's a good trios match. You know, to start off with, the crowd is like truly like into it. Willie Yuta is going around and giving Chris Jericho the the Rolling Germans and everything, and people was like really into it. And then my favorite part I would say is probably when they tag in Eddie Kingston. Eddie Kingston was Jericho, but Jericho tags in Murder Grandpa. He was just like, okay, because you already know when Minoru Suzuki is getting in there, you're going to have to do the chops. And it's funny because Eddie Kingston does like these like multiple hand chops and stuff like that. But then when Suzuki was like eating all of them, and he was just slapping the shit out of Eddie Kingston's chest, just turning red and everything, and the crowd was like eating this whole thing up. And then you can it was just sitting there just telling us like, this shit hurt, but you know what? I'm gonna go. Then Minoru Suzuki takes a forearm, takes Eddie Kingston down. Go ahead, Pryor. You want to say something?
No, I was gonna say I was just agreeing.
Yes. Like I said, so Sammy Guevara looks good in matchup. So who was the guy that was from New Japan Pro Wrestling that was on Eddie Kingston's team? The one with like the pink and white.
He's a newer guy. Well, he's not newer, but he's like just coming into his own, basically.
Okay.
So this was basically like his showcase match.
Well, I was just about to say because I think he looks pretty good.
Yeah, this is like his breakout showcase match.
Oh, okay.
So I think he's going to be
long or what?
Well, he was like a young lion, so it's kind of young lions are basically just you kind of just train and pull up the ring and basically like developmental. Basically, is what he does.
Yeah, NXT.
Oh, gotcha.
Type of yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, stuff breaks down. We have like Eddie Kingston put a sleeper hold on, and Murder Grandpa comes in there and hits him down, and then Sammy Guevara does like a diving cutter to the New Japan guy, and then Wheeler Yuta comes in and then clears the house. So it's a nice, thing to set everybody down. Then it's like
this was a good match and a good opener. I still personally would have probably had Jericho in a one-on-one match though, but that's just me.
I can agree with that. Like I said, it still was a good matchup because even having this guy going up against Jericho, would have been cool. But as things break down and then it's like Sammy Guevara and Minoru Suzuki in the ring, the guy fights them off, but then Jericho gives him the Judas effect and wins the matchup. So there you have it. So which really just sets up for everything for Blood and Guts coming on Wednesday. So. Oh man, I hope you're gonna be there to see that show. You probably gonna be.
We did not need that much set up for Blood and Guts. Anyways, we'll get to it later. Anyways, but real quick though, because I don't know if that's in your notes or not. There's a segment of Jericho, and it was like the Jericho Appreciation Society.
Yeah.
Walking up to the guy, the New Japan guy. And they were just like, "Oh, we think you should be in the Jericho Society." He was like, "Oh yeah." It was like, oh yeah, and then he turned around to Jericho. You know what he did?
That's right. He blew with a fireball because he's a wizard.
Because he's a wizard, yeah. He threw a fireball in his face, yeah. So he might be back on Dynamite at another time, maybe eventually, or Jericho would go to New Japan and fight with him. I could see one or the other happening.
That's a possibility. Ring of Honor, winner take all. Ring of Honor World Tag Team Champions FTR takes on IWGP Tag Team Champions United Empire, which is the Great O'Khan and Jeff Cobb, taking on Roppongi Vice, which is Rocky Romero and Trent Pereira. And they also brought back my boy Caprice Coleman on commentary for this matchup. Am I the only fan of Caprice Coleman?
Oh yeah, I mean, it makes sense.
Would you say what?
I mean, I said it makes sense. He was a Ring of Honor commentator, so yeah, it makes sense.
I just didn't know if you was like a fan of Caprice Coleman. If you try to say Caprice Coleman, you'd be like dead quiet on him. I'm guessing.
I'm not a bigger fan as you are, obviously, but he's cool.
Look,
it's like
I'm sorry if I like the record. No, Rebellion, that group he had with Kenny King and that other dude. I think he's a good wrestler. Then he had that preacher gimmick for a minute.
They turned him into a commentator, so it's kind of like he could be still wrestling.
He could, but Caprice Coleman is also like 40 something.
So was Shelton Benjamin. He's on Raw every week.
Yeah. I'm just saying. He's wrestling the WWE style, not the Ring of Honor style. But anyway, so this matchup is going to be the fast pace of a triple threat match, as you can see. There was one point in where is it Dax Harwood? It seemed like he got injured. He walked to the back, or was it
Dax?
You said that's Dax, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So it leaves Cash Wheeler out there by himself, and so they cut the ring in half. Jeff Cobb and Great Cobb cut the ring in half, and then they are just working out on Cash Wheeler. So then Trevor Beretta gets in there, and like I said, this Roppongi Vice team I like so much better than Best Friends. So much. And I was kind of hoping.
Yeah, no, they were a great team together, but they could just never win the championship. Like I said, they were going to wrestle.
It was like the Buffalo Bills in the 80s and 90s, right? The Four Falls of Buffalo.
Sorry.
Yeah. Maybe so.
So then having a sneeze attack. My bad.
Oh, okay. So then Dax does make his way back out to the ring. His shoulders all taped up. And then,
very great applause. I don't know if that was planned or not. He could have just got hurt and then he was able to come back. But that applause, it's like, oh, that's a great moment.
It is. It's like this show was the wrestling fan show. This wasn't meant for the casual. This was meant for like the wrestling fans, because everybody, like, when I say the crowd was hot from beginning to end, it's very hard to get a show like that from beginning to end. So but the match going like I said, a lot of near falls, a lot of false finishes. We get to the end where it's Rocky Romero who's up there with Dax Harwood, tries to go for the insecurity, but then he misses it, bounces off the ropes, and then gets the what they call it now?
The big rig.
The big rig for the win. FTR got all the damn belts.
7-star FTR.
They got all the damn belts. They got the Ring of Honor belts. They got the IWGP belts. They got what's the other ones prior?
The Mexico belts.
The AAA ones.
CMLL.
Okay, yeah. And the only one they don't have right now at the moment is the AEW ones, because that's the Young Bucks. So I'm pretty sure they can get those two, and then they can just be the belt collector. So, let's go on to and make sure. Now we're at that Fatal 4-Way All Atlantic Championship matchup. The Bastard Pack taking on the Redeemer, Mero, Malachi Black, and Clark Connors. This was supposed to be Tomohiro Ishii's spot, which I would have loved to see him and Mero go back and forth at it. But, it's Clark Connors in the 21st century. That's how I see like his name's supposed to be. But I was like, I don't know much about this Clark Connors. I know is that this is the guy that lost to Ishii.
He's still new. He's just like, when we talk about young boys, he's just now getting out of his young boy stage like this month or last month or a few months ago.
Yeah, well, that's what it looks like, because right now that's how they treat him. They was like, it was more so like, yo, let the adults play while we sit there and had a matchup, because most of the time as the match started, like Pac just goes right into Malachi Black, but Kurt Connors like kind of walking around, but it's like a triple threat matchup, and each of them like they take turns beating him up and throwing him out while they are going and having their own kind of like matchup. But don't get me wrong, Kurt Connors does have some good spots up in the matchup, because it was good, but mostly it felt like a more so of like a triple threat match, which was still good. I just would have loved to see what it was. This is the match I would have loved to see. Would have been like if they did have Ishii in the matchup also, because Mero was taking none of Kurt Connors' types of offense. They kept throwing him outside the ring and things like that. So, what was I'm trying to think what the move was? Kurt Connors he comes in and he unleashes some offense, gives like Malachi Black a German suplex before Mero takes him out again. Mero is like dominating this matchup, which he was my pick to win the damn thing. During the match, Malachi Black sets up a table on the outside and like leans it against the guardrail and the fan rail and the floor. Pat tries to go to the outside with a dive, and Mero catches him. And Malachi Black hits Mero with a kick, which gives him stunned. And then Kurt Connors goes.
Mero was catching everybody.
Say what?
Mero was catching everybody.
He was. But Kurt Connors goes and hits spears Mero through the table. So that really got the crowd high for like kind of it's like, oh my god, wait a minute, who is this guy? He's really coming in, light fire. So Miro, who's been the dominant one, has been taking out the matchup. But now Kirk Connors is going in and just starting to, give the best to Malachi. He giving the best to Pac and everything. He gives like Pac like a kind of, I forgot I don't know what kind of move it is. It's not like a Blue Thunder Bomb, but something like that. But gives it almost close to a close 2 count. And he's really getting the fan behind him. But then all of a sudden Miro comes in and tries to hit the game over. And it's a word. Malachi Black has Kirk Connors in an armbar, and then Pac hits him with a 450 to break it up. Then Pac puts Kirk Connors in the the Rings of Saturn, right? Or what's he call it?
I think he still calls it the Rings of Saturn. I think.
Was not expecting Pac to win the match. I swore that was going to go to Miro.
Yeah. I mean, I thought Miro was going to win, but then he got missed. So I don't know how that's going to go.
Fair. So
maybe they might do something with the Redeemer, with the Dark Redeemer or something.
Well,
since he got missed, but then again, Pat got missed.
That's right, he did get missed.
Nothing happened. But he got missed. So who knows?
Who really does know? I don't know, but right now that was a good fatal 4-way. Like I said, the Kirk Connors thing actually surprised me. But now it's time for another trios match because AEW loves their trios matches, and this one is the Bullet Club, the Young Bucks, and El Fantasma or Tasmo.
Yep.
With Hikuleu, because he has to be out the match because the guy had a fever. Takes on Dudes with Attitude, Darby Allin, Sting, and Shingo Takagi.
Yeah.
So, is that seriously the name?
Yep.
That is seriously the name.
Dudes with Attitude. That's seriously their name.
It was like Sting's team in Japan in the '90s, but we didn't need to bring that back. We did not need to bring that name back.
Okay.
I don't know why they brought it up, especially because Sting is nowhere near that kind of icon Sting anymore. Anyway.
No, it wasn't. I think it was the other Sting, Surfer Sting.
Surfer.
Yes. Yeah. Surfer Sting was the one that kind of had it. I said it wasn't the icon that like the Crow Sting.
Mm-mm.
And like I said, thank God it was. So they
wait, you know what? Never mind.
Oh shit! It was the Crow Sting.
No. I'm saying two dudes are attitude with somebody else.
Oh, okay.
You want to take a guess?
Oh, who was it?
Shawn Michaels and Diesel.
Oh wow! Okay.
They were dudes with attitude.
I'm actually not that surprised about that one.
Mm-hmm.
So here we go. They come out, and then all of a sudden, when Sting is being introduced, Sting is not coming out. They're like, what the fuck happened to Sting? Like, he's not coming out at all. And then all of a sudden, so then they go right on to the Young Bucks. I was like, really? Sting not coming out? So the Young Bucks come out, with
Hikuleu, El Fantasma.
Yeah, El Fantasma, stuff like that. Or the Nipple Twister, as he been doing a lot of this match. But then the lights go out, and it's like, what the hell's going on? Then they show like different things, like things in the balcony. Then you see like this silhouette, and it's like, oh my god, it's Sting silhouette, and he's behind him on the balcony. And Sting gotta do a dive in AEW for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
Dives off like the Titantron, wherever they and takes all of them out, and I'm just like, why? Look, am I glad Sting's not hurt? Absolutely, but he don't need to be taking these dives like that. Leave that shit for Darby Allin. But Sting like, oh well, I want to get the New Japan guys. It's Forbidden Door. Sure.
I think he only dives if he have more than 4 people up there.
Say what?
I think he only dives if it's more than 4 people up there to catch him.
Man, but say it's all about if they're gonna catch me or not. Like Sting was feeling good today. Like Sting was sitting there in a fucking t-shirt doing. This man at one point did a senton splash.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't never seen Sting do a senton splash.
Well,
and I was just like, what the fuck is going on here? Now, of course, this is a Young Bucks match. You know, there's a lot of fast pace and doing Young Bucks style things.
A lot of super kicks.
Yeah. Yeah. I get to that part also. I'm not familiar with the Phantasmal guy other than I was like, he is really into this whole nipple twister type thing, and I was like, okay, because he tried to do it to Sting, and Sting like no sold that shit. But he was actually pretty good. But there was one point where they were about to do the super kick party, and they took out the other guy. I forgot his name was the one that he got up on the apron. I forgot who he was.
Hikuleo,
yeah. And then
by the way, Hikuleo is
when they tried to,
Hikuleo is Haku's son.
That's what he looks like. That's who he looks like. I was trying to think in my head like, who does this guy look like? I got it now. Sting no sells the double super kick from the Young Bucks, which was like,
I like that. I liked it.
I did like it. I was just like, about time somebody said, screw your super kicks, Young Bucks. And then Sting just kind of like sat back how it came up into. I was like, that was something that we have not seen before, and him doing that, I was like, that's cool. Even though Sting deep down had to hold his breath, like that shit probably hurt. But
yeah, but what happened next was not good.
You talking about when he tagged in Darby?
No, before that, it's like he no sold the super kick.
Yeah,
he gave both the Bucks like a double whatever happened. They did a triple team move, and then the other guy was celebrating on the ropes. He was like, yeah. So he wasn't looking, and the Sting hit a double Scorpion Death Drop on both the Bucks.
Yeah,
and obviously the guy's supposed to turn around in the ring, and Sting is supposed to be behind him. But Sting, for some reason, gets out the ring after the Young Bucks. So the guy turns around. He's like, oh, Sting's not here? So then he turns around again to celebrate with the crowd more until Sting gets back in the ring. And the Young Bucks was like, get back in the ring. What are you doing?
Yeah,
so
that was kind of a misjudgment on time.
Whatever spot it was, he forgot it. Kind of messed it up, but, you know.
Yeah, they kind of messed it up. They messed up, and then they also go outside doing the Apollo spot, which I don't like. But then all of a sudden, Sting, it seems like the Young Bucks and El Phantasmo out there. He's about to go down through the ropes. I'm like, he's not about to do this. He goes and runs down through the ropes. He comes in and gets triple super kick. That finally takes him down. Then he gets the that's the BTE by the Young Bucks when they like to do the double knee to the head.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But then once again Sting kind of like fights out of that because Darby comes back in, and then that's when he does the double Scorpion Death Drop, and then the guy looks, and then Sting gets out the ring, and there's like, and he does it again. Yeah, so then that's when Sting gives him the nipple twister. So yeah, so that came after he tagged in Darby.
Yeah.
Yeah. Darby does a coffin drop to Hikuleo on the outside.
Which I did. I was like, we're really gonna believe 90-pound Darby Allin did a coffin drop on 7-foot tall Hikuleo and he fell? Okay, sure.
I mean, maybe with the velocity.
The velocity.
Maybe with the velocity. I forgot who the New Japan guy was on Sting and Darby's team, but he does pin El Phantasmo. Yeah, and they wouldn't have matched
world champion he was world champion this year, and they acted like he's just a mid card guy. I was like, come on, man.
I guess it had to put him on there because he was a world champion this year. So, is he like a Kofi Kingston world champion, or is he like a
No, he's like I would say more like Sheamus, maybe.
Oh, okay.
But people actually like him. I'll put it that way.
Okay, you're right. People do like Sheamus.
Some people. It depends on what day you're talking about Sheamus. It depends.
All right. Next up is for the AEW Women's Championship. Thunder Rosa taking on Toni Storm. Both women got nice gear on. Thunder Rosa got the whole tribal.
I thought you was gonna say something else. All right, never mind.
What you all gonna say? Cake back there?
I don't know what you was gonna say. I don't know. I'm not in your brain. I don't know what you.
So I wasn't gonna do that disrespectful. But they both look good. if you thought I was gonna say like the tribal chief stuff, I was not gonna say that. But both women, it's all about like mat wrestling here. It's all about because they shake hands in the beginning and they're trying to fill each other out and stuff like that, and that's when it really gets really gets good. Tony Storm and Thunder Rosa can have good matches in their sleep. Thunder Rosa tries to go for like a Death Valley driver to Tony Storm on the apron, but then Tony Storm gives her like a German suplex, and then gives her a tornado DDT while she's on the apron off onto the floor. So that really turns the matchup around. And Tony Storm goes and gives like Thunder Rosa a kick in the corner, and I was like, oh shit, could Tony Storm actually win this one here? But then Thunder Rosa starts making her come back, and then she starts going for the kicks of Tony Storm. Tony Storm blocks the kicks, ducks underneath all that stuff, and then she tries to go for the Storm Zero, but she has a problem with the shoulder. Thunder Rosa's been working on the shoulder. I don't know if this pile driver she calls the Storm Zero, but that's what they keep saying it is. I don't know if that's what it is in AEW. But then Thunder Rosa goes for what looks like what Goldust used to do the curtain call, like the twisting suplex thing, and beats Tony Storm with that.
That's probably what it was.
Yeah, so I thought it was a good matchup. How about you? Like for the only women's match that was on here, Brian?
I'm listening. What you said?
I said, how was it to you? Just like the only women's match that was on here.
Not gonna lie to you.
Was it really?
Yeah.
Yeah, the New Japan don't really have. Technically their women is another company, so I don't know what's the deal with that, but so technically since Tony Storm was like she used to wrestle for their Japan company, they just put her in the match. I'm not gonna lie to you. This is one of the matches I had to take another nap on because.
The next one?
No, this one.
Oh, the women's one. Oh,
why am I saying this? Because they don't never treat them. They don't never treat them good, and then New Japan don't even have a women's roster, and all of a sudden they're gonna treat them good on this show. Yeah, okay. So my bad. I'll have to go back and watch it. Sorry.
I thought it was a decent match. But but this the one that I was like, okay, I'm interested to see. Let's wake this joint up. Let me tell you something right now before we get on to this. There was not a lot of note taking in this matchup because I was just in awe. Mm-hmm. And that is for what was it, the IWGP United States Championship or the Will Osprey taking on Orange Cassidy. There's no chance in hell, okay, that I thought that Orange Cassidy was going to beat Will Osprey. But that ain't the point. Could he put up a good matchup because this was supposed to be Andrade? And I already know Andrade and Will Osprey would have had like, oh my God, let's.
And Andrade could have possibly won.
What you say?
I said, and Andrade could have possibly won if it wasn't for.
Yeah. If it was for that stuff, but Orange Cassidy on the other hand was doing his stuff in the beginning because with the hands in the pocket, doing the kicks, doing the kip ups and all that stuff like that. Will Osprey was like, all right, you had your fun, but let me go in here and beat the shit out you. And Will Osprey starts doing all his Will Osprey gory, like that. I love what he does in like that twisting tornado backbreaker type thing. And that man is like hyper athletic. That man's. I also get mad that I should go back and watch more Will Osprey matches because that man is really good at what he do. There was one point, like they had these cameras in the corner. And it was getting like all the the corner action. And there was one time like when Orange Cassidy kind of like hit him off the turnbuckle, you could like hear like how intense it was because it's going to come back to the point where they actually hit the camera on another part of the turnbuckle. But for the most part, Will Osprey is beating the shit out of Orange Cassidy until Orange Cassidy has a comeback, puts the hands back in the pocket, and then starts getting like really really aggressive. Will Osprey comes and a lot of twists and turns, and he hits like the Slumdog stunner type thing that he does. Will Osprey's groups on the outside. Orange Cassidy springboards and takes them out, and then goes and does like a springboard diving DDT, which is a near fall. People were starting to buy into it. That's the one thing that Orange Cassidy was doing because when you go into the matchup, you know that he wasn't going to win, but he was doing moves in there that you really could buy into the fact like, oh shit, he could probably really beat Will Ospreay. And then when he runs into Will Ospreay, does a flipping what they call it, sliced bread or what the case may be.
The stun dog.
No, I'm talking about kind of like how your boy Cameron Grimes does it.
Oh yeah, not my boy Cameron. All right, whatever.
But you know what I was talking about. Know what I said there, though. Orange Cassidy is trying to prevent Will Ospreay from going to the corner. He throws his head right to this camera. It's a good shot. You just see his head just hit the camera. That's why I said they had the cameras on the corner. So it was a good sell by then. And then everybody was sitting there like, oh shit, wait a minute, he can probably really win this. And then he comes off the top and then tries to go for the orange punch, but Will Ospreay gets misses that, and then goes for the springboard cutter. And then he does his, like I said, I don't know all the names of Will Ospreay's moves, but it's like a running forearm that he tries to do when somebody's on the ground. But Orange Cassidy gets out of that one, tries to go for like a roll up, gets out of that one, then gets a lariat by Will Ospreay, and then he kicks out of that one. And everybody's saying like, "Oh shit, Orange Cassidy win this," but then he hits some what was it, like a Tiger Driver 90 something, or was it a double underhook something else?
Oh, it was a double under. Actually, Tiger. I don't know which one of his is, but it's one of those.
Cause it's like Tiger Driver 97 through 99, right? So I was like, so everyone looks fucking different. But Orange Cassidy loses the matchup. It was a great matchup. I was like, Orange Cassidy can go. But after the matchup, they try to jump him, but then they ripped the pocket so he couldn't put his hand in his pockets. Rapundi Vice tries to come out and attack him, but then they beat up Rapundi Vice, and then all of a sudden this other guy comes out.
Oh, that's disrespectful. Come on.
It is. Like I said, I'm sorry.
You sound like JR. You sound like JR.
Okay. Then can you take the win? So instead of setting me up for failure, can't you take the reins on this then?
You've already failed. No, I'm still. This guy is Shibata, man.
I'm not familiar with Shibata. Okay.
He's legendary. He's not active. He hasn't been active for like 4 or 5 years. You probably heard of him, but I've
heard the name before.
He used to headbutt people for real.
Oh, is that the guy that injured that one guy? Or he's been injured
himself. He injured himself. He used to do headbutts for real, and I think one match with Okada, he headbutted him. It was like, oh yeah, you got to stop doing headbutts. You can't walk. Like his spine or something. Like he had retired for years.
That's crazy.
He was on like the Daniel Bryan. Like you can't even touch him. Like remember when the Edge, like they said you couldn't touch him and he would die.
Yes, I do remember that.
He was like on that level of you can't even touch this man, or he probably would die if he get touched the wrong way. So
gotta be careful with them headbutts, man.
Yeah. I honestly, you headbutt somebody for real. I don't know why you would do that, but yeah. So he just came. Well, I would say maybe last Wrestle Kingdom, he came back and like actually did something. I think he like beat up Kenta or something. He fought against, like he didn't fight, but he like had a brawl. So that must have been earlier this year.
Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of is a big moment because it's like when remember when Edge hit that spear on Elias?
Yeah. And
that was he actually doing a move? It was like that when like he's actually getting physical. And that was with Kenta. Now here he has a full brawl. So I think I don't think he can wrestle again, but I think he can still do like these type of brawls.
Gotcha. Now, since you brought that up, I do remember Shibata. I do remember the whole controversy of the headbutt type thing, and him really injured himself and stuff like that. So that brings about. Like I said, I'm glad you were here for saying that because I would have got canceled already for that. You know what I'm saying? I've definitely been on that Jim Ross boat.
But he hit a headbutt to, I think it was Okada, and you can hear like you can hear the head smack that's not like a wrestling head smack. It's a real head smack. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you can hear it.
Yeah, no, thank you on that one. So next up is Zack Saber Jr. versus the mystery opponent, which is going to be the newest member of the Blackpool Combat Club. And who is it? Do you think it is? Obviously, at first I thought of this, but then Prime actually swayed me off of this because of I didn't hear the part that he says is going to be part of the Blackpool Combat Club, but it is Claudio. Mm-hmm. I don't know how to pronounce his last name. I just call him Claudio.
FKA Cesaro.
So he's out here now. First, when me and Prime was doing the predictions, I was thinking Cesaro, but he was like, he's going to be part of the Blackpool Combat Club. And I was just like, he brought up Chris Hero. And I was like, you know what? I will be mad at Chris Hero, but will he get the response that Cesaro got tonight? No. And I was also thinking, like, what are some of the things that who can have go in there have a good match with Zack Sabre Jr. Because Zack Sabre Jr. is all about the holds, all about the pulling, all about the strategy. Zack Sabre Jr. is not the it's not the guy out there that's going to give you the highlight reel. He's not a spot monkey at all. And that's probably why Prime hates him so much.
Have you like a monkey?
Say what?
He have you bent up like a monkey?
Yeah. Well, that's what this matchup was. It was more so of
technical wrestling.
Huh?
Technical wrestling.
Technical wrestling was Zack Sabre Jr.
I would call it more hard hitting versus submission technical wrestling, but yeah, there's a lot of technical wrestling. Since I was spamming that uppercut button.
Yeah, okay, he was doing that, but then also Cesaro was doing all of his strong spots. There was one point like he pulled him in for a deadlift suplex into the ring, and then actually had Zack Sabre Jr. going down, and then brought him back up for a suplex. Obviously, then Zack Sabre trying to like twist the arm and do an arm bar, but then he actually Cesaro walked up the stairs, kind of like how Bianca Belair walked up the stairs with Sasha Banks in the Gorilla Press Slam.
He didn't just walk up the stairs. He walked all the way up the stairs.
Yeah.
With this man on his arm, just like a kid.
Exactly, and then powerbomb him into the ring. I was like, he was doing all the strong spots in his match that Cesaro would do, so that he probably wouldn't be able to do in WWE because
Zack Sabre is like 180 something, so it's definitely.
Like I said, Zack Sabre is not that big of a guy. I said, but he is a.
Yeah, if Cesaro can talk about 400-pound Big Show, of course he can do Zack Sabre with ease.
Yeah, so and like I said, he's a really strong guy, and he's gonna put on a good matchup. But like I said, it was all about the holes and stuff in this one. But then Claudio runs and gives him like a European uppercut, and he tosses him up and gives him an uppercut. Then gives him another one. Then gives him like a cross arm powerbomb, and wins the matchup. So. The crowd was really into it. I knew probably really didn't care because he is not a Zack Sabre Jr. fan.
Not at all.
But that was a good interview. So since it wasn't Chris Hero, it was Claudio. How do you feel about Cesaro now, all elite?
No, I like the option, but like I don't know how to him fitting in the Blackpool Combat Club would work. That's all.
Okay, I'll say it. WWE Foster Home.
What?
You are not. MJF is looking more correct each promo. I mean, each time, man.
So Q, you wouldn't pick up Cesaro?
Huh?
You wouldn't pick up Cesaro?
If I was AEW, no. I got other people to pay, man.
So who would you pick up?
I don't know. Somebody cheaper than Cesaro.
So you mean to tell me you see this man doing work and he's not even doing half the work he can do in AEW, and you say I don't want to pick this man?
Look,
bro, I got a whole other company to pay. Like, I can't keep hiring WWE guys.
However,
this is I'm
gonna just tell you, Q. I'm gonna just. You do know nobody technically is in Ring of Honor, so he could, if he wanted to, he could literally have all the WWE people be in Ring of Honor.
Claudio was in Ring of Honor. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And if he's looking to have TV time for Ring of Honor and bring them back. I think Claudio and Samoa Joe would be good stuff. As right now, he has signed a lot of WWE talent, but the difference between AEW and let's say Impact is they have he's still working out places to put him. Like obviously, he has 2 shows right now, and they have 2 shows that they have on YouTube. Impact only had 1 show, and that was Impact. TNA Impact depending on what era you're looking at, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So, and there was only a 2-hour show. And that was more the WWE retirement home because everybody was going over there, but there's like you only had one show, and then you had pay-per-views to build up on. Everybody was doing the same kind of matches. To Tony Khan's credit, he has 2 shows that on national TV. Then he actually has 2 shows on YouTube on Dark. We just don't watch Dark. So
and then he's having another Ring of Honor show eventually too.
And he bought Ring of Honor. So it's possible that if he can find them TV, he can have a whole other company within a company when it comes to Ring of Honor. So it's somebody like Claudio who that's a great pickup for anybody. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you're saying cheaper. The thing is, they already they have sold this place out. It's like a 20,000 people arena here in Chicago, and then they already got over
the biggest sports venue. That's not a stadium, I believe.
Oh yeah, the venue, and then on top of that, they also got like over 1 million buys on the pay-per-view.
Mm-hmm.
Word.
So they made some serious kiss ash from this. So you know what I'm saying. I understand it all on the surface. It can look very annoying and tiring. Always some of you guys keep coming over there, and ain't their fault. I mean, they got to work. Vince let them go. That's his fault. And Vince got more TV time than any wrestling company out there, and he can't find time to use them.
I think the difference is though is that the people that AEW getting are like guys that everybody was like, oh, they could have been something, but then they were misused. I think that's kind of the difference. Minus some, like we didn't eat Hager on them, but other ones I feel like they were misused.
I'll tell you who they didn't get.
Who they didn't get?
Riker.
Of course, they're not getting Riker or Strowman.
Did you see that video?
I seen a meme of him, and it was like when you gotta be at a Capitol meeting at 6 with a birthday party, you gotta wrestle at 5 or something.
Damn, what the hell was he wearing?
He was wrestling at some kid's birthday backyard wrestling.
God. Hope he's controlling his narrative, ain't he?
I just want
he controlling his narrative.
What kid said, I want Jackson Riker
Jackson
to wrestle?
Riker, of all people.
Yeah.
Right. His dad.
Yeah, you know, it's a good point. Like, man, you don't want no damn New Day. I'll tell you who you want. Jackson Riker.
You know they're probably out there in Hickville, New Jersey.
Yep. Shit. Next up is the Fatal 4-Way for the IWGP World Championship. Switchblade Jay White takes on Okada.
What's the first name?
Don't do this to me. Okay, you know what? For you, let's do this.
Don't humor him. Don't humor him.
No,
Keep going.
No.
It's your show.
It's ours. The Rainmaker.
No, my God.
I can't do it, first name.
Kazuchika.
What's the name, Prime?
Kazuchika. You just say Kazuchika or Kazuchika?
No. Give me the right one.
First of all, his name is Kazuchika. All right.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
I'm looking right at it.
It's Kazuchika.
It's Kazuchiko Okada. I'm looking right at it.
Oh my gosh! Okay.
We became Hispanic over there, Kazuchiko.
Is that what Siri? Is that what Siri told him?
I'm looking right at it.
But yeah, it's Kazuchika.
Kazuchika Okada versus Adam Cole versus Hangman Adam Page.
Mm-hmm.
So, which by the way, I forgot to talk about. You know, JR getting his interest. You know, being added to the commentary table, which happened a couple matches ago.
Oh my God! Did he really?
Yeah, I wasn't playing.
Yeah,
that really
he wasn't
happened
on the whole show. He wasn't on the whole show. He came out. He only came out to the people whose names he knew how to pronounce.
And I was just like, hold on now. We got Kevin Kelly here. So I'm like, why do we need JR? But you know, sure.
So he can mess up all the other names that he know already.
Yeah, so this
matchup, former WWE champion Adam Page. What? Former AEW champion Adam Page.
So this matchup is what you expect, but right now, for the majority of the Fatal 4-Way matchup, it's more so like Adam Page and Okada are not touching, where Jay White and Adam Cole are not touching. So they fight, like they're fighting that way. So like you have Okada go up against Jay White, Adam Page go up against Adam Cole, and then it will switch like Adam Cole and Okada, and then Adam Page and Jay White. That's the dynamic it was doing when it came to like the first, I would say, 15-20 minutes of the matchup.
I don't know. That match didn't seem that long to me.
Okay, well, a good majority of the matchup. There's a double suplex on the ramp, a double delayed suplex by Adam Cole.
I thought they was about to mess that up for real.
I thought they were gonna mess that up too, but it was like a delayed suplex on the ramp. I was like, ooh, that like it stung a little bit. So, but then they go and they doing the whole double team on Okada in the ring while Adam Page, a lot of abs trying to recover. Adam Page he comes back in the ring and starts throwing haymakers at both of these guys. Then takes out Jay White and then tries to go for a moonsault. And then we get the whole Adam Cole ricochet spot where he does the moonsault on the top rope. He super kicks him right in the throat, and I was like, that beautiful timing Adam Cole does with that move. So Adam Page is out. Okada's taking on both of Adam Cole and Jay White. It's almost like a little mini handicap matchup, but then he tosses them over the ring barrier, and then he goes and does like a splash over the guardrail. I was like, oh, okay. I didn't know Okada was doing that. So,
Yeah, no, Okada can do all that.
I know he can. I see a Kenny Omega matchup today, but I know he's bringing out in this matchup. But what, you laughing at me?
Huh?
I said, was you laughing at me?
No, I sneezed.
Oh, I thought you said supposed to say. Now Adam Page is back into the ring and then he's trying to get some offense, but then we get the first turn as Adam Cole attacks Jay White, and then Jay White gives him like a Sayonagi, and then Adam Cole kicks out. So now those ranges, those days have fallen down. So as the match is going on, and then of course we get Adam Page who turns on Okada, gives him a big boot, and they start going at it. Adam Page tries to go for the buckshot lariat on Jay White. First of all, everybody keeps holding him back, but then he finally doesn't. But then Jay White gets out the way, and he gives him his other finishing move, but then he kicks out of that one. Then finally gives him the buckshot lariat. This is where I think Adam Cole got injured. Or was it really an injury? Where kicks it, because Okada was giving him them lariats. And Okada with them lariats is just like, get the fuck out the way because this shit about to hurt.
Your strong style.
Yeah, he's strong style. And I think, because there was this one lariat that he gave Adam Cole, and I was just like, damn, like damn. And Adam Cole wasn't really moving much after that. So after that happened, and he was looking down there, I was like, yo, is he good? He does like another ripcord type of lariat, but then Jay White comes and then hits Okada with a
Blade Runner.
Yeah, and then goes and rolls over Adam Cole, and then this was the matchup. And everybody was just like, what the hell happened? And everybody was just like, because it was kind of like anticlimactic. But we really think, like, because the match was dope. But it looked like he got injured. Like, did anybody get a report about it, if he got injured or not?
They said his labrum was torn, and he probably got a concussion.
I mean, with the Okada lariats, I believe he would have got a concussion, to be honest with you.
But, my only complaint is that Okada faked it, like, Okada did the ripcord, but it never connected, like, 4 times in a row. If they wanted to end it that way, I would have just had him I would have just had him hit it the last time, and then the Blade Runner. At least that would make sense. It's like, he went for the ripcord, and he missed the clothesline, and Adam Cole literally just fell down to avoid the clothesline. He get pinned off of that. So that's how you tell it was something wrong. If they would have ended it a different way, you probably wouldn't have even been able to tell that anything was wrong. But obviously, the way that they finished it, obviously you can tell something's wrong.
Yeah.
So
that's okay, hilarious. But now it's time for the main event. The main event for the interim AEW Championship. That's Jon Moxley taking on Hiroshi Tanahashi.
Say it again.
Hiroshi Tanahashi.
Okay. All right. There you go. You getting it.
So, this is the match that Moxley has wanted, and this is the one-on-one match that he has wanted for a long time. Moxley wasn't even supposed to be in this spot, but fate brought him this far because CM Punk got injured doing something stupid, and then all of a sudden, he has his matchup against Tanahashi. So, because this was supposed to be CM Punk in this spot, so I thought CM Punk was gonna probably come out on commentary and be on crutches because it's the whole AEW Championship type thing. So I thought he was gonna do that, but he didn't. So we didn't get that. And Moxley comes out the back like with Regal next to him, kind of like Goldberg in a way with his hood up and everything like that. And then we got Tanahashi coming out, and then we off to the races. These guys, strong hitting style, stuff like that. I heard a lot about Tanahashi, but I haven't watched a lot of his matches. I've seen some of the main ones, obviously. But
did you see him versus Kenny Omega?
Say what?
Did you see him versus Kenny Omega?
I think I seen him and Jericho one. No,
maybe you should watch it.
Because
him and Omega is one I would watch.
Okay, no, because I'm sorry, was that Jericho? Because Jericho won against Naito, right?
He fought Tanahashi, he fought Naito, he fought Evil, and he fought Okada and some other people too. But yeah.
Oh, okay.
So he did go against Tanahashi.
Yeah. By the way, what is up with Naito?
I don't know.
You might want to mute that if you can. So we go to the outside, and then Moxley cleans off the table. It's obviously a regular table covered with like like a table.
They should have got the New Japan tables out. So they really wanted to get crazy.
Oh my God, them little thin ass tables the New Japan be getting.
Tables that don't break.
I'm just like unless you're going through like with Kenny Omega style force, no, they don't break it all.
Oh, Tanahashi can do it when he does his move from the top rope all the way to the floor. That's enough velocity to break one of those Japan tables.
Well, no, we got
that's what they should have did. If Moxley would have, man, they should have said this is the no holds or whatever match, anything goes match, and Moxley put out the Japanese table. Imagine he pulls out the regular table and everybody's just like, okay, and he's like, nah, I don't want that, and then takes out the Japanese table. Oh, that'd get a big pop.
I agree with that because Kevin Kelly was also illustrating the different rules that we have because this matchup, when you're outside, in New Japan it's 20 seconds, whereas in America it's 10 seconds, obviously. But he gives Tanahashi a Uranagi through the table, and so he comes back in. And he wait for Tanahashi to come back in. Then they start giving him blows, and Tanahashi takes to the outside. I don't know if he got hard way or if he cut himself. But
I'm gonna say he got hard way because it will make no sense for him to just randomly be cut.
Yeah, well, Moxley was his concussion blood. Tanahashi jumped up to the outside, and I mean like Moxley got the whole Crimson Mass thing going on right now. Like I said, I don't know if Tanahashi caught him good or above the eye, or if he bladed, whatever the case may be, but having some color did make the match look make the match pretty good. Moxley puts.
That's how I knew it was an accident because it just didn't make no sense for that spot. He took a sling blade and he's gushing blood. That just don't make no sense. So it had to be an accident.
Yeah.
Unless they just missed their spot. He was like, all right, just give me here and I'm gonna cut it. I don't know. So I don't know.
I'm saying, well, he did show his bleeding. He has him in the bully choke, and then he's like really trying to put him down with the sleeper, but then Tanahashi fights out of that. But then after he fights out of it, Mox goes and gives him the paradigm shift, which actually looks good, opposed to a double underhook suplex.
Well, that technically is not that's something different.
What is it?
The Death Rider.
Oh, okay. Help me explain these moves for Moxley, please.
The paradox shift is just a regular the double arm move.
Yeah.
Death Riders, when he have you all the way up in the air, and you're like vertical in the air.
Okay, and that's
it's the dirty deeds. Why are we acting like we don't know?
All right.
It's
first
the
of
dirty
all,
here comes the mark.
whoa! First of all, I'm gonna say he has not done dirty deeds in a long time because the dirty deeds looked stupid when he used to do it. Now it don't look stupid. How about that?
Excuse me.
When he used to kick the leg, I used to think that just looked so stupid when he used to kick the leg out.
Yeah.
But now he don't. Now he just doing it. Just pick you up and you going and then drop on. But yeah, Q. Yeah, basically, he got various versions of the dirty deeds, and he calls each of them something different. So.
Yeah, well, he gives some respect after the matchup, and then all of a sudden Jericho and the Goons and Jericho's preacher's side comes down and starts beating them up, and then we get like a brawl between the both teams right before Blood and Guts, because A-Kissy comes out and Santana Ortiz and stuff like that. We all come out and they all fighting. And this is basically...
we didn't need this.
Huh?
We didn't need it.
It did. I was like, I know they try to build it for Blood and Guts, but it really wasn't needed. And then ended this strong pay-per-view. So... they
ended the same way on Rampage. Literally the same.
And Dynamite, right?
Probably Dynamite too. Honestly, though, when I first seen them getting beat up, I thought somebody was going to come out like Kota Ibushi or... maybe Omega was just going to come out.
I was about to say they thought Omega was going to come out
just to clear house.
Well, no, they thought Omega was coming back after the Fatal 4-Way to set up him and Okada again. I don't know why.
Yeah, but
people wanted.
I thought he was going to. I thought somebody was going to come out to at least like say and have everybody shook, but no, it was just so we can. After the Blackpool Combat Club came out, I was like, "Oh, this is just basically to give Cesaro another pop." And of course,
they thought Wyatt 6 was coming.
That would make no sense, but no, not for this segment. Wyatt 6. That's anyways. Maybe he'll make it work. But Cesaro, aka Claudio, comes out, clears house, does the swing for like 20 times, and yeah. So we really just had this whole end segment just so Claudio can do the swing. Don't know how I feel about that, but all right, whatever.
Yeah.
It don't mean a thing if it ain't got that swing.
Do I. So that was Forbidden Door, and I gotta get your thoughts on it because you text me it was amazing.
Yeah, it was good. It was very good. Like a lot of matches that I liked. Some I didn't, really care for. The ending of the Fatal 4-Way kind of messed me up a little bit, but I still recovered from it. And the ending of the show kind of messed me up. But all that aside, it was a good show. I enjoyed watching it, and it did not feel long.
No, it did.
So the last show to me felt I wasn't enjoying my time watching the last show. I think it was Devil or Nothing, or whatever. The last pay-per-view, I didn't enjoy it as much.
Yeah. Well, let's see. So, I really enjoyed this. Is going to be like one of the better shows of the year. So, I really would recommend, if you guys have not checked it out, go ahead, check it out. I will be trying to buy this on DVD when it comes out.
Mm-hmm.
And
they are planning.
They're planning what?
Oh, you can continue. My bad. Sorry.
I mean, well, I do know that they're doing the Arthur Ashe show again. It was in August or September, like they did last year. So they're coming back to doing that big show. So that should be another good one, also.
Yeah, I was gonna say New Japan is trying to plan to do a Forbidden Door on their side, so it'll be in Japan.
Oh,
so they
I heard that.
So yeah, I would like that too. They did Forbidden Door, New Japan.
They're already Forbidden Door 2 is what people are saying.
I don't know if it might just be for New Japan presents Forbidden Door. Like this is AEW presents Forbidden Door, and then there'd be New Japan Forbidden Door. So I don't know. That'd be dope though to see New Japan production do it, and then AEW put that'd be nice.
Oh yes, especially in a New Japan ring. Yeah, I would like to see that.
Hey, man, hopefully they bring my boys out next time, man.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't know where they was at. They should have been there. Honestly, I'm gonna be honest with you.
They was running on CP time.
Well, all right.
They bring the other Usos out, man.
I don't know why they. I would have rather seen them versus the Young Bucks or them versus FTR and.
All right, so
them versus FTR would have been a good match.
It would have been. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, and share. Make sure you guys check out the Forbidden Door.